The reason we're out here, our main purpose to be out here is to collect plant remains so that we can look at the question of how are people farming and living along this stretch of the river, growing these native cultigens like squashes, sunflowers, sumpweed, and quinoa pod, and maygrass and little barley, and how that affects their lifeways in the region. About from the trees up there all the way down to about where the bridge is down at the bottom part of the golf course. People were living along this area and farming, making pottery, making stone tools, and throwing away the broken ones. And so we're taking samples of these and looking for some of these native cultigen seeds.
This is test unit 3 and 2, and then to the south we've got test units 1 and 4.
There actually were farming in the late Archaic period. They were already growing and had already domesticated all those different plants, and that's what I think is most interesting. They're using the same plants and they're hunting and fishing and collecting and trapping the same animals. So it's the same foods that they're using, but during the early woodland period, they become much more sedentary. And so that's the big difference between late Archaic and early woodland, is they're much more sedentary. And yeah, the question is why? Why do they become much more sedentary during this time period, even though they were already farming and growing these plants in the late Archaic period? I think it's fascinating. So kind of that becoming farmers, when does that change their life ways?
While I may not get to study some of the plant materials, I took a class with Dr. Hollenbach, paleoethnobotany, and it's all about the study of these plant remains, and that's really exciting once you learn a little bit more about how that works and how these carbonized plant remains are identified, and then how you can draw conclusions from that. It's an important place for us to come and dig because of the relevance to early agrarian societies in North America. It doesn't get a whole lot of attention here, but this is one of the 7 or 8 independent regions for the development of agriculture.
We tend to think of it in terms of what we have now, 2,000, 5,000 years later. But there's a lot of work that goes into farming, so this is a really exciting place to work then around the world.